Over the many years in LEGO games, there have been lots and lots and lots of levels, from the good to the bad to the ugly. And yes, we're on about you, Gunship Cavalry. Ooh, that vehicle mission is bad. And geez, when you have to drag them bombs. And the torpedoes. Oh, don't. But anyway, let's get rid of the dark memories. With over 15 years of LEGO games and coming in nearly at 500 levels across all LEGO games, it's time to look back at the top 10 best levels in LEGO games. But anyway, I think you know how it goes. Cue the music. So, hello there guys, I'm RuggedEagle and I do lots of LEGO content on my channel, so if you do like what you see, feel free to subscribe, it is up to you, but I do highly recommend. And if you do go to enjoy, a like would be greatly appreciated, only if you do go to enjoy though. Anyway, let's get into the rules and regulations. So if you've watched some of my other videos, I think you know how this goes by now. If the level is mint, it makes the list. No, but all serious though, we're going to be looking at how enjoyable that level is, along with the fun factor, the replayability, how enjoyable the puzzles are, along with the boss battles, how stunning the level looks. We're going to be taking in all these factors. And one of the key components is how unique that level is. And one thing I love to do, with there being lots and lots of LEGO games over the past 16 years or so, I like to differentiate my list and pull in levels from all sorts of LEGO games instead of just pulling them out of one franchise such as the LEGO Star Wars games. So I like to get a mixed bag in my list. Right, well anyway, I'm gonna say it again. Now that you know the rules and so do I, let's get into it. You see, you wouldn't get that from any other guy. Oh, I need to stop. I'm sorry. Anyway, coming in at number 10, and by the way, these are in no particular order, and that is the Temple of the Grail from LEGO Indiana Jones 1, The Original Adventures. So we are beginning the list with quite a unique level, and I just want to say, ooh boy do I love this level. So the level begins with you outside the Temple of the Grail, and you gotta work your way inside of the temple, and once you get in there, there's some parkour. I got stuck on this one segment for quite some time, but we won't talk about that. And he calls himself a LEGO YouTuber. But yeah, anyway, moving on, I have to say, I really love the look of this level. The scenery and just the abyss of this temple looks fantastic. And one segment I especially loved was the invisible bridge segment. If you haven't watched the film, you're going to be like, what on earth do I do here? But I really did enjoy this segment. And then the last bit of the level, you work your way to the Grail Knight, and you basically got to find the Holy Grail. And for some reason, when this guy drinks out of the wrong cup, he starts slamming his head on the desk. Like, what is he doing? I must have been watching the wrong film, but geez, that's like the darkest LEGO humour I've ever seen. But yeah, it's a really great level in terms of parkour and puzzles, and it's very unique in that sense. It's not got much combat, it's kinda got a boss battle, but it kinda isn't, and that's why I really enjoy this level. It's pretty unique, so that's why it's making the list. Anyway, next up at number 9, this is going to be the best pirate you'll ever see, is Port Royale from LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean. And I just want to say one thing, what a phenomenal opening to a LEGO game. And the minute you dive in, straight off the bat, you are opened up with a boss battle against Captain Jack Sparrow, the soundtrack playing in the background. Ooh, it's sick. And then once you defeated Captain Jack Sparrow by full-on throwing axes at his head, you then move on to the next bit of the level where you gotta break him out of prison. And for some reason, when I was replaying the level, literally the entire level just glitched out on this segment of the level. I do not know what was going on, it just looks like an absolute abomination. And then once you get outside of the prison and you enter the port, I absolutely love how vibrant it is. It really looks stunning and colourful to the eye, and there's lots of guards coming in that you gotta defeat, and there's a few puzzles you gotta work through, and it just looks stunning and it's great fun. And then there's also a bit of the level where you got to get yourself inside of a barrel and go underwater. I seriously don't know how this works. Does this actually work in real life? I mean, there's only one way to find out if it works. Surely not. Surely not. And then basically you have to steal yourself a ship, and there's lots of guards coming in. It's a really good level. Like I said, the soundtrack is just blasting in the background. You cannot get enough of it. It's just tunes. And can we just appreciate how well they captured Johnny Depp's acting in Captain Jack Sparrow in LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean? He walks exactly like he does in the films, and his animations are just phenomenal. So yeah, the main reason why this level is making the list, like I said, straight off the bat, you've got a fantastic boss battle. You've also got lots of fun puzzles where you got to use a barrel and use the compass. And I just want to say, they should have used Port Royale as the hub world for the game, because Port Royale looks absolutely stunning. Anyway, sailing away from that one, coming in next at number 8 is a level from LEGO DC Supervillains, The Mask of the Phantasm, which is the LEGO Batman Animated Series DLC level. Jesus, that was a mouthful. Try saying that all at once. LEGO DC Supervillains, the Batman Animated DLC level, The Mask of the Phantasm. So yeah, I absolutely love the filter that they applied to this level. It looks straight out of the Batman Animated Series. It really does look amazing. I really want a LEGO Batman Animated Series game. And just before we move on, can we just stop and appreciate how well the characters look in the Batman Animated DLC pack? Oh. And when playing through this level, you play as Batman and the Phantasm, and I really love how they changed up Batman. Like, instead of just attacking, he kind of just carries on throwing batarangs, and when you like charge up his special move, he just throws batarangs all around him. I really like this Batman. Anyway, I'm going a little bit off track here. The actual level itself, I think it's the best level in DC Supervillains. DC Supervillains is a very strong LEGO game, but this level just tops it off for me. And I don't know why, when I was playing through this level, the actual main boss fight with Joker, it was really nostalgic to me, and I don't know why. I think it's because of the filter and how everything looked and how it played out. It reminded me of the classic LEGO boss battles. And if you are sat there right now and you're a massive fan of Batman and you haven't seen the Batman Animated Series, go watch it, along with Batman the Mask of the Phantasm. You're in for a treat. And yeah, there's not much I have to say on this level. It's really well done. There's 2 great boss battles in the level. It's really cool how the filter is applied. It's a fun level. There's great puzzles. It's just overall a well-rounded good level. Roaring its way into number 7 is the Visitor Center level from LEGO Jurassic World. Now this level is very unique. It's kind of like a stealthy level in a LEGO game. Basically you have to move yourself around the kitchen and not get caught by the raptors, and I really dig it. And I especially liked how the camera moved around the worktops. It was like you're in this playable cutscene. And it's mad to think you are literally playing one of the most iconic moments in Jurassic Park, a film from 1993 in a LEGO game, and how they capture this part of the film especially is really well done. And then once you have escaped the kitchen, you then gotta lock the raptor in the freezer, and then you move on to the next part of the level. And then on the next part of the level, you've got this absolute mad lad of a raptor trying to boot your door, and you basically have to activate the security system and basically activate the lock on the door so the raptor don't enter, and then you escape through the vents and you move on to the next bit of the level, where you get to play as a T-Rex. So yeah, basically you have to beat the living hell out of the raptors using a Tyrannosaurus. And then once you've done it, the level is complete. Overall, a pretty strong level. Anyway, just before we move on to number 6, if you are enjoying today's video, please feel free to subscribe. It is up to you, and go to drop a like to show some support. That if you do go to enjoy it though. Anyway, let's move on to number 6. So yeah, coming in at number 6 is Grievous Intrigue from LEGO Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. Oh boy, this level, this is how you do a level. So the level opens up straight off the bat with a boss battle. You got to defeat Grievous and some Magnagods, and then the next bit of the level you got to work your way through a Separatist Dreadnought as Anakin Skywalker and Jedi Master Adi Gallia. And then after you've done that, you then get to battle Grievous for a second time as Obi-Wan Kenobi and a clone trooper. You basically got to use the Force and full on throw him across the other side of the room. And then you get to battle Grievous for a third time using Obi-Wan Kenobi and Jedi Master Adi Gallia, and then basically you just have to escape the Separatist Dreadnought before it blows up. Oh, this level. It's literally a Clone Wars dream. Woo! I'm not even going to dive into why it's so good. I think you know why. So moving on to halfway through our top 10, coming in at number 5 is a level from LEGO Batman 1, the video game, Zoo Company, and there she goes again. Well, 2, I couldn't decide. Deal with it. And that's the thing about LEGO Batman games, they have a lot of solid levels. And we're nearly going to put the Two-Face and Riddler one on there, but I put that in my top 10 best boss battles video last week, so I wanted to try and differentiate it up a little bit, and Zoo Company is a fantastic level. And when playing through LEGO Batman 1 the video game, this level definitely stands out amongst the others. And I really like how the beginning of the level is this snowy zoo environment, you also can ride on the animals, and then halfway through the level the environment changes, you're kind of in this tropical jungle forest, and then the next bit of the level you move on to the main Man-Bat boss battle. And can we just stop and appreciate the sound design in the LEGO Batman games? Ooh. It's spot on. So yeah, overall it has an amazing level design and it ticks all the key conventions I expect to see in a LEGO game level, so it has to make the list. And the other level I was tied between was There She Goes Again, and this is the Catwoman level from LEGO Batman 1, and I really like this level because you kind of work through Gotham fighting loads of henchmen, and then you get to boss battle Catwoman. And I don't know why, but why does Gotham have such an absurd amount of bats in the background? It's ridiculous, it's like an army of them. Yeah, I really did enjoy this level. I liked how you could punch through windows and go inside the buildings, then you could go onto the streets of Gotham. Awesome level. So next up at number 4 is from LEGO Lord of the Rings, and that is the battle at Blackgate along with Pelennor Fields. I couldn't decide again. Just deal with it.
Prepare for battle! To the wall! Defend the wall!
So yeah, it's pretty much what it says on the tin. It's just an all-out massive battle, and I love how LEGO Lord of the Rings portrays the massive battles / wars. I really love it, especially at Blackgate. Just look at the background scenery of the war going on. It looks epic. And that's why this level is making the list. It's just an all-out war and it looks absolutely stunning. You just have to defeat through lots of orcs and cave trolls, and I really love that. It's a very heavily based combat level, but it suits it. And the other one I mentioned is very similar, the battle at Pelennor Fields. It's pretty similar. I really like the opening of this level. You're just going on a horse and you're just swinging at orcs, just chopping them down left, right and centre. It's a great opening. But yeah, it's literally Lord of the Rings, 2 massive large-scale battles. I really couldn't decide between these 2 battles. They're both pretty similar, so they're both making it at number 4. But in all seriousness though, I really do enjoy how LEGO Lord of the Rings captures these massive all-out battles. The characters are super fun to use, there's not much puzzles going on, it's just all-out combat. And I dig it. Next up at number 3 on our list is from LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, the battle on Endor. And once again, this is a fantastic opening to the start of a game. This is the first level in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, and it's not even based off The Force Awakens, it's based off Return of the Jedi. But yeah, overall, this level has a lot going for it. You start off on Endor and you have to work your way through Endor. There's a little bit of puzzles, there's some troops coming in, and you actually enter your first ADS fight, which is aiming down sights. I really like these little mini battle scenarios in The Force Awakens. And then after that, the level does not slow down at all. You then go to Emperor's throne room and you gotta fight the Emperor as a boss battle, and it's a super fun fight. You literally get Darth Vader on the first level of the game. I mean, come on. I remember when I was younger, I literally grinded for Darth Vader so much, and then these days you just get him straight off the bat. It's mad. But yeah, the main reason why I think the first level of LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens is so good is because at the end of the day, it's an opening level. It's going to be showing you to all the new gameplay mechanics, and overall it just shows you it pretty well. You've got a good aiming down sight shootout, seeing good puzzles, you've got a good boss battle, and then the last part of the level's like a vehicle mission. I really enjoyed that bit too. And with me enjoying this level so much, God, the Skywalker Saga is going to be ridiculous. Moving on to number 2 on our list is Noir for Mayor from LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. Now, when I was playing through LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, I really enjoyed it. The boss battles were super fun, but this level definitely stood out to me the most. And with me being a massive fan of Spider-Man Noir and Daredevil, I really liked how they set up this level. It's got like that 40s tint to it, and there's also 3 boss battles in the level alone. So the 3 boss battles consist of Hammerhead, and I really liked how they set the camera up for this boss battle. I really enjoy it when LEGO do boss battles like this. And the final 2 boss battles is Elektra Noir along with Kingpin, and I really enjoyed the music in the background. You're kind of in like this jazz club and the music's playing, you gotta fight your way through the enemies, and it does help the atmosphere. And like I said earlier, I like the levels that have a unique twist to it, and this level I think has a very unique twist. It's a lot different to all the other LEGO levels, and that's why it has to make the list for me, and it's got some great characters in the level too. especially Daredevil. And just before we move on to the final one on our list, let's look back at some honourable mentions that nearly made the list. So nearly making the list is the final level from the Black Pearl in LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean, the Captain Barbossa boss fight. I love this boss fight, it's very accurate to the film, the soundtrack in the background, it is a really enjoyable level. Another great level from LEGO Jurassic World is San Diego. I really like the car chase scene. I think this is the main bit of the level. It just looks stunning when you're driving around San Diego as this Tyrannosaurus is just chasing you down. Really fun. And another great honourable mention is from LEGO City Undercover Albatross Island. Literally, it's Shawshank Redemption LEGO. It's great.
I have no idea to this day what those two Italian ladies were singing about.
And what makes it even better, literally there is a character who speaks exactly like Morgan Freeman and he's called Blue and in the film he's called Red. Now when I was doing the LEGO Indie level, I was really tied between the Temple of the Grail and the first opening level from LEGO Indiana Jones 1. It's a really solid level, like I said, it sets up all the foundations for the game, so you expect it to be a good level, and it definitely lives up to that. And another great honourable mention is the Golden Age level from LEGO Incredibles. And another level that nearly made the list was Barrels Out of Bond. This is from LEGO Hobbit. It's basically the level where you got to use Legolas and jump on all the dwarfs' heads in the barrels. It's a really fun action-packed level. So moving on to the last one on our list, and like I said, they're in no particular order. And this level comes from LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Well, there's two again, I couldn't decide. It's Negotiations and A New Hope. So the mad thing is, both of these levels are actually opening levels. In LEGO Star Wars The Video Game, Negotiations is the first level, and in LEGO Star Wars 2 The Original Trilogy, A New Hope is the first level. And I have to say, both of these levels were the building blocks for what LEGO game levels have become. These were the foundation for TT games back in the day in 2005, and that's why we have to praise these levels, because at the end of the day, they are fantastic. I mean, literally everyone who played LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga or LEGO Star Wars The Video Game, everyone knows the layout of Negotiations off by heart. Everyone knows it, you cannot deny it. And I ain't just putting it on the list because of nostalgia, because at the end of the day, like I said, this was the foundation of what LEGO game levels have become. It's got great puzzles in there, it's got lots of combat, and it literally just sets up the foundation, so it has to make the list. So there you go, that has been the top 10 best levels, and at the end of the day, all levels in LEGO games are amazing, maybe not the vehicle missions, but just before you go, if you want to go onto the opposite end of the spectrum and watch the top 10 worst levels, there will be a link at the end of the video and a card up there. And if you have gone to enjoy, please feel free to subscribe, it is up to you, and go to drop a like if you did go to enjoy, that would be greatly appreciated. But anyway, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all in a bit. Adios.